to Atlanta. Practice Officer 5000, Jeremiah Camp, leader of Atlanta. Passover 2025, starting April the 9th, we got the lamb slaughter. April the 10th, we got General Muhammad's class. April the 11th, we got the Black Party that's going to have the Hebrew graduation. April the 12th, in Atlanta, Georgia, the 56th annual Passover, the only Passover under Commander Junior Hunter.
Our great and holy King has honored us for turning our lives from the darkness to the light, man. There's no greater gift you can receive than to wake up to the truth and then commit your life to saving your brothers, man. Looking in their eyes and seeing their faces and seeing what they've suffered and what they've gone through and seeing the end of it, man. It is a guaranteed seat in the kingdom of heaven, man. So in the name of our King Yahushua, we dedicate us another Passover of brothers and sisters' lives being saved.
April the 13th, we got the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Shalom.
You boy. You know what time it is, nigga. Better watch how you step in. Yeah. But that was my niggas. Yeah. I'm in the yo. Got my nigga Ramon with me. But that was my niggas. It'll be an honor. You know what I'm saying? Under commanding General Young. Straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown. I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, make you the shit, this truth the shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it. Ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit. Y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm ripping. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start stepping. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood. I lay my life down right now for all my sisters and brothers, because I love them. I see them dapping and hug them. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, the shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Yeah, Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. I'm taking a look in the streets. It's really every day what I see. We constantly searching for peace. My people just wanna be free. We tired of the cell blocks and the bullshit. That lying nigga in the pulpit. Same shit, but a different day. I speak truth, they ain't come to play. You in the way, better move, nigga. That follow no way gon' be cool, nigga. Say you're gonna get that tool, nigga. Matter of fact, get you by two, nigga. You see the sign that's in front of you? That's in the rough from up under you. Shit is gonna fall, yeah, I promise you. Make up your mind what you gonna do. You heard it? Now listen. Your life, my business. You are my brother. We need each other. This truth, I live it. I will defend it. You are my brother. You are my brother. Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Falling to rise no more. Hey, my brother. Get your hands up, it's a war now. Take a good look at this world. It's time to go hard, don't be scared now. I know you're feeling the stress. Look on your face here, and I need some help. But we made it happen with less. You and my blood, I feel what you felt. Destruction in every corner. Every day I feel like a loner. Keeping the faith, that is my armor. This is a test, but nothing can harm you. Don't be scared of truth when you hear it. Don't compromise your spirit. Don't be trying to live like these white folks. Don't be trying to chill with these white folks. Brotherhood is a weapon, and that's the shit that I stand for. If you keep the law and live it, now you a nigga I stand for. Got no time for that fake shit. That's shit I can't stand, bro. Still believe in that flag. So what the hell do you stand for? Yeah. Babylon is falling to rise no more. Babylon is falling to rise no more. To rise no more. Falling.
Yeah, let's clap it up. Yeah, we are the ISUPK. Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. Since 1969, we're here to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native America that we are the Israelites according to the Bible, and we must come back to who we are. You know what I'm saying? I'm Precinct Officer 1000 Yasad. We got Precinct Officer 1000 Yakawam, and we got Trooper Gabal Yala here tonight with us. And, we're going to get in with marriage, part 2. We're going to go through it, because Christianity done taught our people that, set just set. You know what I'm saying? You could sleep with whoever you want, like an animal. It doesn't mean nothing. No consequences. As long as you don't have a paper from the government, you know what I'm saying, you ain't married. Or you could be married, and, the woman could sleep with other men. It doesn't matter. She still would be married to you. And we're here to prove to you tonight is wrong. Sex is bind, is to consummate the marriage. You know what I'm saying? So our people have to come back to who we are. We Israelites, we got rules. You know what I'm saying? So we have the ability to follow instruction. All right. So last week We had went over a few showing, unlawful sex. That's fornication. But people gonna tell you having sex without a marriage license from the government is fornication. But that's totally against the scripture. Even corrupt communication, corrupt, good manners. Because we teach our people sex is sex. Our sisters, they a lot of sisters be in college talking about they gonna have their fun. Brothers talking about they sowing their oats. They gonna do them until they ready for marriage. Not realizing if you're not ready to make a commitment with that person, you shouldn't sleep with that person. All right. So I think last week we had stopped at about Leviticus 18. I think it was verse 23. You could go up some to that verse 17. You can start from there.
Come on. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 17. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter.
And this is something we have to understand. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of men today, getting with a woman, but also trying to sleep with the woman's daughter. It's fornication. That's unlawful. You ain't supposed to do that. It's nasty. Read.
Come. Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness.
Right. You cannot do that. Son, daughter, or daughter. Keep going.
Come. For they are her near kinswoman. It is wickedness.
Right. Go on.
Verse 18. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her.
Right. Because we teach, a man can't have multiple wives, but you can't have threesomes and orgies and stuff like that. You cannot do that. Read.
Come. To uncover her nakedness beside the other in her lifetime. Verse 19. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
So when a flower on, you don't approach it.
Come, verse 20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife to defile thyself with her.
It's just something that go on a lot, today they glorify sleeping with another man's wife. That's adultery.
Come.
Allow yourself like that. We are not animals. We are the greatest people upon the face of the earth.
Right.
We live by the greatest rules upon the face of the earth. Keep going.
Verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
Right. We don't do abortions and stuff. We don't pass our kids through the fire. We don't let Esau, give our women, take every right away from our sisters, but give them the right to unalive their babies. And now a lot of our sisters, they fight for that. They feel that that's the only right they have. It's my body, my choice. Your choice came down when it went to, sleeping with other man. And sister don't understand, birth control says you have a natural birth control. If you learn your body, know when you ovulate, you just don't have sex with ovulate. And you'll never get pregnant. But because you don't know yourself, you just have sex. If you pop up pregnant, you unalive the baby. That's not right. Keep going.
It's Salakia, if I could, there was a time also, and I'm sure it still goes on now, when mother is so under the influence of some substance or something that she will even sell her child. You
Right.
know, give them away to a stranger. You understand? So that's another way of passing your seed under Molech to another god. You know, that's all I want to say out of one.
That's all in Christ. Keep going.
Come, verse 22. I shall not lie with mankind as with womankind.
You don't lie with mankind and with womankind. That's same-sex marriage, what they call, so-called today. That's fornication. That's unlawful sex. You know, we are people with rules. Don't let them tell you you can't help who you love. You can help who you love. You flee from temptation. Read.
Come. It is an abomination. Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion.
That's confusion. Bestiality. Where I'm from around Ville Platte, Esau is a fornicator. And man, them white boys, they sleep with goats. They sleep with sheeps and stuff. There's a lot of them white boys in the country, they sleep abusing animals. We are not to be like the oppressor. You know. Keep going.
Verse 24. Defile yet life. Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things. For in all these things, for in all these, the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
Yeah, these other nations do that. But we are a peculiar people.
Right.
We were made to rule the world. We was made to teach the world how to live. The scriptures say, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." We can't be how Christ told the Pharisees, "You is of your father the devil, and his works shall ye do." That's why we all over telling our people, come out from among them. Come out from among these nations. Quit living as the heathens. Read.
Verse 24. Verse 25. And the land is defiled. Therefore I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it. And the land itself vomited out her inhabitants. Verse 26. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, and shall not commit any of these abominations, neither any of your own nation, nor nor any stranger that sojourneth among you. Verse 27. For all these abominations have men of the land done, which were before you, and the land is defiled.
Right. This land is very defiled. Up in our everyday lives, the people we coming in contact with, they breaking all of these laws because of Christianity.
Right.
America teach one nation under God, which there is not under the Most High. They live according to the lust of their own stomach. Read.
Verse 29. For whosoever shall commit any of these abominations, even the souls that commit them, shall be cut off from among their people.
Right. We've been scattered. All 12 tribes, we've been scattered throughout, the face of the earth. Keep going.
Verse 30. Therefore shall ye keep my ordinances, that ye commit not any one of these abominable customs, which were committed before you, and that ye defile not yourselves therein. I am the Lord your God.
Right. And all our people profess to be Christians. not realizing whenever they say they Christians, they saying you could do all of these things because they say Christ died to do away with all these laws.
Right.
They say no man couldn't keep these laws, you know. So Christ died for them to do all kind of filth and disgust, you know, and it's corrupting the good manners of our people. Because now when people living these days, you know, because of the lies of the Christian church, the lies of your preacher, your pastor, you know, because he learned from his slave master, he teaches our people to do these things. All right, give me Deuteronomy chapter 24. We're gonna read verse 1 to 4. You know, and that's PK. You know what I'm saying? Our women, when they see wars, they there forever. You know, up in Christianity, your wife, she could have, you know, you wasn't showing her enough attention or anything. We fall down, we get up. She'll sleep with the pastor. You know, she'll sleep with the deacon, but she's still married to you. Sex is marriage according to the scriptures, you know, and these are unlawful sex. You can read.
Come on. Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 1. When a man has taken a wife and married her, it and it come to the and it come to pass that she find no favor in his eyes.
Right, and this is what going into what Christ was speaking about. Then we're gonna read it. I think in Matthew 19. You know, that's what Moses was given the bill of divorce. Read.
Time. Because he had found some uncleanness in her. Then let him write her a bill of divorcement and give it in her hand and send her out of his house. Verse 22. And when she is departed out of his house, he may go and be another man's wife.
Right. So Moses, you know, would let her know, you know, this us we is coming out of Egypt, you know, and we have so much anger and unforgiveness. So we at each other throat day in, day out. So Moses had to come up with this law and say, look, if you find any kind of uncleanness, put her away, write her a bill of divorce, which now under Christ is hard enough. You know, you cannot put your rib away except for fornication, except for unlawful sex. You know, but even under Moses, if your rib was to go out and sleep with somebody else, you could never take her back. Read.
Khan. Verse 3. And if the latter husband hate her and write her a bill of divorcement.
So now it's like this sister and you couldn't make it. You wrote a bill of divorce, you put her away, send her out your house. Now she ain't got a new man. Now the new man hate him. Read.
Khan. And give it in her hand and sendeth her out of his house. Or if the latter husband died, which took her to be his wife. Verse 4. Her former husband.
Her former husband. That would be you, the one she had. You know, go
on. Khan. Which sent her away. May not.
May what?
May not.
What?
May not.
You know, Christian told us, you know, we fall down, we get up. God forgive. You know, forgive your brother. Forgive your sister. What does scripture say?
Khan. Leviticus chapter 24, verse 4. Deuteronomy chapter 24, verse 4. Her former husband, which sent her away, may not take her again to be his wife.
That's why, you know, I show once you lay with that man you marry.
That's right.
You know, and y'all work it out. You seek counseling. You know, even if y'all might have to do a separation for a time or two. You know what I'm saying? But you cannot go sleep with somebody else and then turn around and say, I'm going back to my husband. That man supposed to say, I may not take you back. Yes, I forgive you. We were raised in hell. Right. But the scriptures say if you sin willfully after receiving the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sin. You know, there ain't nothing we could sacrifice to cover this up. You may not take her back. Read.
That's right.
Khan. After that, she is defiled.
But she is defiled. You know, she don't want to be polluted. Go on.
Khan.
Salaki, I'd want if I could.
Go on.
And you know, with that defilement, you think about it, that pride that come with a woman being able to go back to a man after she been defiled. Think how that would interrupt their marriage going forward. Because it's gonna always be in the back of his mind and her mind too that she might can do this again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's why the Lord didn't allow that. That's part of that, the spirit of the law. That's why it was given like that. And I yield, I don't want.
Right, and it's just nasty, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, that's adultery.
Right.
You know, that's adultery, you know. That's like a sister have her husband, and then after whenever she go to work, she go get one of her workmen, give him some of the goodies, and then come back. And because he don't have no standard, he a Christian, he a Muslim, he don't know the laws of the Most High, he gonna sleep with the other man's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And he have no strings attached. You know, we not married, just happened. You know what I'm saying? We got caught up. You know, or you gotta stay focused.
Caught up.
Some temptation. You know what I'm saying? Talking about it just happened. You know what I'm saying? You know, you on your job. You know what I'm saying? Your husband, you going at it. You know what I'm saying? He not paying attention to you. He not complimenting you. And this brother at work, he telling you how beautiful you is. He noticing every time you do a hairdo. You know, he noticing, you know, like, oh, sis, smile, man. What's wrong? It can't be that hard. And, you know, he just seemed like the perfect one. You know? And then she'll go back and sleep with her husband. You may not take her again.
Right.
You know?
Khan. For that is abomination before the Lord. And thou shalt not cause the land to sin, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance.
Right. You're causing the land to sin. That's abomination. You know, that's make the Most High puke. It's disgusting. Give me Matthew chapter 19, and we're going to read verse 2 to 12. You know, because, you know, a Christian will say, yeah, you know, that was under the old testament. Now Christ died, you know. You know what I'm saying? The law forgive. You know, I mean, man, it happens sometimes. But I still love my husband. That's still my husband. Read. Let's see what Christ said.
Khan. Matthew chapter 19, verse 2. And great multitudes followed him, and he healed them there. Verse 3. The Pharisees also came unto him, tempting him, and saying unto him, is it lawful for a man to put away his wife for every cause?
So, you know, they've been trying to make Christ go against the law of Moses. You know, let Christians do. They'll tell us because we say the law not done away with, they try to, because they don't understand the scriptures, try to come, man, you want to follow the law? Don't you know back then, man, they were unalive their children? So to make it, oh no, man, we under Christ. When that wasn't the law. Your child couldn't be sassy, then you just unalive. You know, your neighbor asking them for your son. Oh, last night he sassy me, so I done stoned him and buried him in the backyard. No, we spare not the rod. When the son was grown, he was drunk and all that, you would go before the council. What they was doing, coming at them with Deuteronomy 24. Read.
Verse 4. And he answered and said unto them, have you not read that he which made them at the beginning made them male and female? Verse 5. And said, for this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
Right. You leave your father and your mother and you start a family. You know, that man become your family. You know, today, because they teach that's not marriage, a sister will never look at her husband as a family. You know, he'll never be her family. She always waiting to put him away to go get another man. You know, she'll never be one. You know, a lot of them, special, they might have kids from a previous relationship. So now that man, you know, like that child, that's my child. And you always on the other end because you never become one with your Lord. Read.
Verse 6. Wherefore they are no more twined, but one flesh. What therefore God has joined together, let not man put asunder.
So what the Most High joined together, let not man put asunder. Meaning, this woman, you can't go be another man's wife. So you can't go sleep with another man. You know, that's why Moses even say, you know, once she go be another man's wife, he may not take her back. But the bill of divorce, the subject of this matter will putting away your real for any cause. You know, you can't put away your real for any cause. You can't because y'all had a fuss a year ago and she told you something that made you mad and now you will never want her again. That's against the scriptures. You putting away your real for any cause. Read.
Verse 7. They said unto him, why did Moses then command to give a writing of divorcement and to put her away?
Right. So they wanted to put away for any cause. That's what we read in Deuteronomy 24. You know what I'm saying? If he found some uncleanness. You know, read.
Verse 8. He said unto them, Moses, because of the hardness of your heart.
Because of the hardness of your heart. Our people had unforgiveness. You know, sister, you know, she got out of pocket, sassing her husband, and now it's 10 months later and he's still holding there against her. You know, he trying to force her to go sleep with somebody else. Read.
Suffer you to put away your wives, but from the beginning it was not so.
So Moses allowed you to do it, you know what I'm saying? Because we in the wilderness coming out of Egypt, and he had to, because it was just no unforgiveness, the hardness of your heart. Read.
Verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
Read it again.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 9. And I say unto you, whosoever shall put away his wife, except it be for fornication.
This little verse right here teach you your Christian pastor don't know what he's talking about. Because according to a Christian, you can never put away your wife for fornication. Because to them, fornication is having sex without a paper. Marriage, adultery is if you married and you having sex with somebody else. So right there, either Christ wrong or they wrong. But Christ know what fornication is. This is unlawful sex. That's all adultery is fornication. It's unlawful sex. But you let your preacher tell you, he gonna tell you fornication is having sex without the paper. He gonna say like having sex without marriage, which is don't make sense once you're in the truth, because sex consummates the marriage. How you have the sex without the marriage? Consummate the marriage. So that's why Christ let you know, whosoever put away his wife, except it be for fornication. Mean except for an unlawful sex. You know, you can't put away your wife for any cause.
Right.
Came to magnify the law. You know what I'm saying? Like under Moses, you know, you could have put away your wife for some uncleanness because of the hardness of your heart. But Christ said, whosoever put away his wife except for fornication, which is unlawful sex, read.
Come. And shall marry another, committed adultery.
You commit adultery. This man put away his wife, and then now this new man went marry her. That's adultery.
God.
If you put away your wife, the scriptures say, if the woman depart from her husband, let her remain unmarried, but then be reconciled back to your husband. You ain't supposed to, because y'all had an argument and y'all had to split up, now you gonna sleep with this one, that one, and a third. You know.
And the Salakia, the pastor gonna say they was unequally yoked. It's all right.
Right.
That's what he gonna use. You know. Y'all can't get along, y'all just go y'all own way. But that ain't what the Lord said.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying, man? There's no love in it no more. Where's the love? We don't love each other no more. You know what I'm saying? We don't have that mushy feeling for each other. You know what I'm saying? When she come around or he come around, her face don't lighten up no more. You know what I'm saying? Say you probably might come around, you know, your rib might get a spear on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh Lord. You know, sisters sometimes they go through so much, they'll get off their slavery. When they make it back to their house, they'll just sit in their car for about an hour. You know what I'm saying? Say, just let me get some peace before I enter in. You know what I'm saying? So today they teach, if you feeling like that, man, look, just move on. Read.
Come. And whosoever. So like, and whoso marries her, which is put away, do it commit adultery.
That man put away his wife and then call you marry her, that's adultery. You know, in the truth, now we magnify the law. You know, in the Christianity, they don't know. They do all kind of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? You did me wrong, I did you wrong, and whenever they say wrong, they talking about unlawful sex. You know what I'm saying? This brother went sleep with another man's wife, so now she have right to go sleep with another man. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? When David committed adultery, because he slept with another man's wife, the Most High never told David wives to go sleep with new men. You know, because your preacher gonna tell you, well, good for the goose, good for the gander. You know, so she, you know what I'm saying? You can dish what you can't take. You know, and kind of, you know, crazy because I get off of that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because a man gonna dish, he gonna dish all his sex, but he ain't taking nothing.
Right.
I remember that was told to me. I'm letting you down right, because this ain't can't take. You know, I ain't taking no right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Read.
Come, verse 10. His disciples say unto him, if the cause of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry.
And this is very heavy. Don't let this fly over your head. Because we teach sex is marriage according to the Bible. Now Christ telling them, if a man put away his wife except for fornication, meaning except for unlawful sex, which by Peter them saying, read this again, this is so high, a very high standard our sister had. Because Christ just told Peter them, You only could put away your wife except for fornication, unless she have unlawful sex. When Peter them heard that, when they like, well, Lord, it don't even pay to get married. Cause you mean to tell me the only way I could put her away if she sleep with somebody else? Today, if you tell that to a man, he gonna be like, oh, no sweat. Very soon she gonna sleep with somebody. But Peter them is like, well, if this the only reason to put away a woman, then they don't pay to get married. Because they saying like we'll never put them away. Because they'll never cheat. They'll never do unlawful sex. They love to put them away. Oh, you cussed me out in front of my child. You know what I'm saying? You did this. You bust my window. You know what I'm saying? You kicked my car. You know what I'm saying? I came home. You didn't want to fix my food. You told me don't eat none of your food. When I went to fix my food, you took the plate and threw it out. Christ said, "Self for fornication." Read it again, verse 10.
Come. His disciples say unto him, if the cause of man, if the cause of the man,
Case.
if the case of the man be so with his wife, it is not good to marry.
The people say, well, Lord, if this the case of the man, that he can only put away his wife for fornication, which is unlawful sex, it's not good to marry. Because we'll never put them away then. The Romans were teaching, you know what I'm saying? You can have one wife at a time. If you want a new wife, you just get rid of this old wife. You know. So, you know, you got brothers today, when they want another woman, they gonna start causing friction in their house so that woman can say, get out of my house, and now you free. You know, that's all he want. He done hit it. It's old now, and now he wants some new meat, and now he believe he can have only one wife. So he trying to put her away for Anatole. That's what's going on today in your Christian church. Read.
Come. Verse 11. But he said unto them, all men cannot receive this saying, save they to whom it is given.
So now when Peter said it ain't good to marry, Christ like, all men can receive this. You know, some men can live without having sex. You know, that's a strong man. You know, Christ never married. Paul never married. Jeremiah. some brothers could have did it. Now remember, we talking about marriage. Read.
Come. Verse 12. For there are some eunuchs which were so born from their mother's womb.
Now think about this. We talking about it's not good to marry. If I can only put away my wife unless she do unlawful sex, you know, married, but according to the Christian, except for she cheat. Why is Christ talking about a unit? Why Christ bringing sex into the picture? Christ let you know sex is marriage. When Peter said, well, Lord, it don't pay to get married if I can't put her away for anything. Christ said any man can receive this. Now you got some unit from the womb. That's a man who cannot get aroused. You know, like ED. Christ speaking of sex now. Even though we are talking about marriage, the minute Peter them start speaking of not getting married, he starts speaking of not having sex. Because sex is marriage.
Right.
Come. And there are some eunuchs which were made eunuchs of men.
Some made of men. Some people got castrated, or some have something like, look, no sex. You know, like Daniel was a eunuch. You know, a lot of times the king, he had many wives. And so when he had brothers or servants to guard his rib, some of them, they'll castrate him. So he couldn't have sex, so he wouldn't get aroused for the queen. You know what I'm saying? Or the king could have trusted this brother around his wife. You know, some of them make them dance provocatively in front of him and see if he get her arousal, to see if he is indeed a eunuch. Read.
Khan. And there be eunuchs which have which have made themselves eunuchs for the kingdom of heaven's sake.
Some men say, look, I'm gonna get tied up in his work. I'm just ain't gonna have sex. I ain't gonna marry. You know, but just think about it. We were speaking of marriage, and Christ went to men who can't have sex. You know, he didn't say, well, you know, some men just they nerve too bad, so they don't need a wife. He said every man can receive this saying, and then he starts speaking of units.
Right. He didn't Salaki. He didn't say some men can't afford a ring.
Yeah,
You understand?
some men can't afford a ring. You
Some
know
men
what I'm saying?
can't afford a banquet. You
You
understand?
know that sex is marriage.
Right.
You know,
Great point.
you know, Peter done like, well, Lord, I mean, we talking about marriage. Why you talking about unit? Why you talking about a man with ED or something? Or a man just not turned on or nothing? Because sex is marriage. Read.
Khan. He that is able to receive it, let him receive it.
He that is able to receive it, let him receive it. You know, Peter had a wife. So Peter couldn't do this. Peter had a wife. You know, so he couldn't make himself a unit. He already was married. All right, give me Romans chapter 7. And we're gonna read verse 1 to 3.
I got you. Other one.
All right, go on.
The book of Romans, chapter 7, starting at verse 1. Know ye not, brethren, for I speak of them that know the law.
So Paul's, you know, and a lot of people don't understand Paul writing. Paul wrote to them who knew the law. Christians always quoting something with Paul, but Christians don't even understand the laws of God. And they trying to read the letters of Paul. Read.
How that the law hath dominion over a man as long as he liveth.
The longer you living, that do your part. Read.
For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth.
Right. Long as he living, once you come in the truth, you supposed to stay with that man as long as he living. That's what Paul letting them know. You can't go from man to man. You know, read.
But if the husband be dead, she is loosed from the law of the husband.
But if he be dead, you lose. That's what Christ taught. You know, you couldn't just put away your wife for any cause. Read.
So then, if while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress. But if her husband be dead, she is free from the law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man.
Though you're married to another man. And that's the law. That's why Christ had to tell, you know, he said, up in our time of ignorance, you know, the Most High winked at him. But now he called all men to repentance. In Christianity, we did all kind of stuff. You know, wife could leave their man and get another man for nothing. But now under Christ, marriage lasts forever. We ain't supposed to sin. So your rib shouldn't be sleeping with another man. Now she got to learn to flee from temptation. Now you can't just put yourself in an environment to set yourself up, you know, to be defiled. You know. All right, give me 1 Corinthians 7, and we're gonna read 8 to 11. You got that?
Come. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 8. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them if they abide even as I.
Paul said it's good for you to abide like him. You know, let Peter say, Lord. I mean, the disciples say, well, Lord, in that case, they don't even pay to get married. You know, if you could hold yourself, it's good. Read.
Khan, verse 9. But if they cannot contain,
But if you can't contain,
let them marry. For
read.
Khan, for it is better to marry than to burn.
It's better to marry than to burn. You know what I'm saying? It's better for a man, you know, you can't contain, you ain't no unit. Now you walking around in public, say you're all aroused. You know what I'm saying? You walk or you a sister pass, now you all aroused in public, you know, or you can't contain, now you burning, getting the blue ball. It's better to marry than to burn. Read.
Khan, verse 10. And unto the married I command, yet not I, but the Lord.
But Paul let you know this not me, this the Lord. Read.
Khan, let not the wife depart from her husband.
Let not the wife depart from her husband. Read.
Khan, verse 11. But and if she depart,
But if she departs, sometime you can have situations where it gets so bad that you have to split. You know, but when you split, you're supposed to take your time to pray and fast. You know what I'm saying? To look over yourself and see where you need to better yourself at. Read.
Khan, let her remain unmarried.
Remain unmarried. Or you don't depart from your husband and go marry somebody else. Remain unmarried. Go on.
Khan, or be reconciled to her husband.
Or be reconciled to your husband. You know, some people they done got married, you know, they didn't really court each other and really, you know, knowing that they were, you know, compatible to live together forever. But you married now. Now you find out we just clash too much, you know, and nobody want to take the counsel. So you might have to depart, but you remain unmarried. But 3 months past, 6 months, if you can't contain, you just reconcile to your husband. You might have to go get to a motel, invite him over, whatever, but that's your husband. Don't go get a new man. You know, don't go get a new man. In the world, under Christianity and everybody else, you could have done that. But under Christ, you remain married. You be reconciled. Read.
Khan, and let not the husband put away his wife.
You don't put away your wife. That's what Christ said. You know, if a man put away his wife except for fornication, except for unlawful sex, that's it. You know, that's why it paid for a brother to get to know a sister. You know, y'all court each other. Even more so for a sister, because she have one shot.
Right.
You know, she have one shot. She shouldn't trust her own self. She should trust her father or then, you know, the man above her to you know, to really how you would say for that brother, you know, like to test him out, you know, talk to him, get to know him. You know what I'm saying? Let somebody above you because you got one shot.
Right.
You know, you want him because you was hot and you never went and took a cold shower or something to cool yourself off. Now you went and slept with this brother. Now you're ready to sleep with somebody else. Now you realize he a monster. You know. So it really behooves you to get to know a person. In Christianity, you don't have to do that because sex is sex. You know, you just have sex. We ain't married, you know. Get me wrong. Women be having a husband who they can't stand, and they going to church praying to the Lord to give them a man of God because of they don't know the scriptures. You know, brother, because we know we can have more than one wife. You shouldn't just go sleep with a sister. Let her know what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all have to have one mind. You know, brothers, make sure you get with a sister that you're willing to die for. You know, how Jim Muhammad said, you know what I'm saying? You done let her drive and now she get in a wreck and done unalive somebody. You should be willing to switch spot to take that charge. You know, if you're a sister, you can't do that. Don't sleep with that real. You know,
Come on.
you know what I'm saying? Don't get a sister that her whole goal is to make you leave your other wife. That's her whole goal. You know, to make you put away your wife unlawfully. That's why you got a court, you know. Go on. You were going to say something?
Yeah, so like if I could, what you're bringing out is heavy because you're talking about vetting an individual. You know, the scriptures talk about if you would get a friend, prove him first. How much more a husband or a wife? You understand? And for it's so important. Like you say, the sister got one shot, but she got to realize she created for the man, not the man created for her. So she got to know that she's gonna be willing to help this brother with whatever the Lord is having him to do, whatever his duty to the as a priest is. Then she have to know that she is willing to help that brother in every way that she can to do that. And the brother likewise got to know that this woman is going to help him. If not, he can easily go get him another rib. But the sister can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And the brother at the same token, he wants somebody. He needs somebody that's going to help him or assist him in being the best he can and help him in the Lord's work. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say.
All right. And the brother got to know. The scriptures say there should be no whores of the daughter of Israel. So brothers shouldn't be making sister into whores. Sleeping with a sister and then putting her away. Trying to put a stumbling block before her to make her go sleep with somebody else. You know, as a brother, you have a responsibility. You know, when you get that sister, get to know that sister and know that sister is your responsibility to make her whole. You know what I'm saying? So it's more than just laying with a sister and then, oh, well, it didn't work. Because we can't make whores of our sisters. We can't sleep with them, and the minute they make you mad, you throw them away to go be another man's wife. You know, now you got this sister in the truth. She can't never have sex no more because you always mad at her. You know, for something she did a year ago. You know, you have to be reconciled. Keep going.
That was it.
That was it on 12? All right, give me. No, 11.
That was it on.
Give me verse 46.
Come. 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verse 36. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age, and need so require, let him do what he will. He sinneth not.
It's better to marry than to burn. You know, you got a sister, you court them, and you just can't contain, you know. And you do what you will, you sinning not. Marry. Christian would tell you, oh man, you were courting your sister. Now y'all couldn't contain and y'all had sex. Or you going to hell, you gonna bust hell wide open. You know what I'm saying? You're a fornicator. You had sex before the marriage. The scripture say you're sinning not. Lawful sex is marriage. All right. Give me Deuteronomy 22. We're gonna read verse 28 to 29.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found. Verse 26. Then the man that lay with her shall give give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver.
Yeah, you know the diary. That's the diary. You know, but this is a woman who's not betrothed. Today's age, a man could be courting a sister, and you still got another brother trying to sleep with the sister. You know, once that sister in a courtship with that brother, no other brother shouldn't be trying to pursue her. Read it again.
Come from the top of 28 or 20.
Yeah.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 28. If a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her, and lie with her, and they be found. Verse 29. Then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he humbled her. He may not put her away all his days.
You find a sister not betrothed. You shoot your shot. You entice her. You lay hold of her, and you sleep with her. That's your wife. And you go to the father and give him the ransom of a dowry. That's what we read last week in Exodus 22:16. If a man lie with a woman that is not betrothed, but a woman that is betrothed, you do that, that's adultery. Sister, if you know you're in a courtship, you shouldn't be courting 2-3 men at one time. Today the world teaches us that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or you get one shot, so she courting by 3-4 dudes at one time. She with this one on one day, that one on another one, talking on the phone with this one. That's holding. We don't do that. Matter of fact, give me verse 22. We're gonna read 22 to 24.
Khan. Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband.
This man, he found lying with a woman that's married to her husband. She already married. Go on.
Khan. Then they shall both of them die. Then they shall both of them die. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
That's adultery.
Khan, verse 23. If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband.
So now this a damsel that betrothed. She betrothed to her husband. Go on. She already promised to her man. Go on.
Khan. And a man find her in the city and lie with her.
So now this sister, she already betrothed. But now she out in the sister and you find her. And then after you go lie with her. Go on.
Khan. Verse 24. Then you shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city.
So she betrothed to her husband. She promised to her man, but she go sleep with another man. You bring them both to the gate of the city. Reason why we say to the gate, because that's where the judges sit, at the gate of the city. Meaning you're bringing them to the judges. I think that's Deuteronomy, 1:16. Judges shall you put at the gates. That's why I tell you in Jeremiah 14, Judah mourning, the gates are language. Let you know our judges is language, and they are black unto the ground. Read.
Khan. And ye shall stone them with stones.
You stone them both with stones. She can't say, oh man, I ain't married. You know what I'm saying? I was quoting him, but hey, he came and told me something good. No, you can't do that. In ISUPK, brothers don't try to sleep with a sister that already betrothed to another brother. That's Christianity. That's why
Right.
I have no brotherhood. You know, like they think she's still up for grabs, even though she in a courtship. That sister in a courtship, she off limits. Read.
Come. And you shall stone them with stones that they die. The damsel, because she cried not, being in the city, and the man, because he humbled his neighbor's wife. So thou shalt put away evil from among you.
Because she was promised to another man. You know, that's why brothers, you see a sister, first thing you ask if she have a man, and you ask if she courting a brother. Are you courting a brother? You don't want to go cut through a brother. You know what I'm saying? You are coming in and swept her off her foot. Now she all confused. She don't know if she want to, with the brother. Nah, won't she promise to that brother, you let her be. Unless, they in the courtship letter and they go through the ones above them. They verify the courtship is ended and she free to court somebody else. Everything done decently in order. You can't just have sex like an animal. That's what Christianity teaches. You can't do that. All right, give me. We would just read it, but we're gonna read it. There were Officer Yakuwan quoted. Give me Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6. We're gonna read 7 to 12. You know what I'm saying? So you get a friend, you gotta prove. Don't just look at it. And once you get in the truth, you don't learn just to pick a wife based on her body. You know what I'm saying? She got a big butt. You know what I'm saying? Her breast sitting right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have nothing. You don't have nothing. You know what I'm saying? Or you gotta get a woman that's like-minded to you. She believes like you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you believe a man can have more than one wife. She believe a man only can have one wife. You shouldn't get with a sister like that. Get a sister according to your mind. Read. Ecclesiasticus chapter 6, verse 7 to 12.
I got it. Other one. You want me to read it?
Yeah.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 6, starting at verse 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him.
Yeah, don't be hasty to credit him. Prove him. You get a friend, prove him first. You know what I'm saying? Or you about to get married. You want to get married, prove them. Don't be hasty. Go on.
For some man is a friend for his own occasion,
Right.
and will not abide in the day of thy trouble.
Some sisters, they'll get involved with any man and don't know that man just about him. The minute you say something or made him mad, he ain't staying with you forever. He gonna put you away. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gonna treat you like you Esau. As the scripture said, there was no place of repentance for Esau, though he sought it with many tears. You know what I'm saying? That sister, she like, I'm sorry, man. We had a misunderstanding, but I didn't slept with nobody, and that's it. It was only about him getting the box. Now he done with you because you didn't prove that, brother. Go on.
And there is a friend who, being turned to enmity and strife, will discover thy reproach.
Right. Once y'all good today, but once y'all get into this, it's up and it's stuck. You know what I'm saying? You done got you a real. You done made a man. Now that's it. It could be morning. It could be 3 weeks later in the morning. Good morning, baby. What you telling me good morning for? It's just like she'll throw it in your side now. Because you were just looking at the outward appearance. You don't even know what kind of mind she has. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what type of background she come from. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good, you know, if you courting a sister, you know, try to see their family too, her mother, you know, her auntie, try to see how she thinks. Then you say you'll know whether or not you could get her right, you know, because you could have more than one wife, but it's still gonna hurt you that you got this real and now y'all just can't, it ain't nothing no more. You know, she can't never come to the past home. You can't bring her around your other wives. You know, she might take a sip and ready to bust up everything. Because she don't even have your mind. She don't even believe like you. Read.
Right. And so, like, if I could, this one right here is going to air out your any grievance she might have with you. Your reproach, she gonna talk about your weaknesses, and everybody gonna know what problem you might have. So you want to be careful and not have somebody. You don't want to be with somebody like that. You know. Verse 10. Again, some friend is a companion at the table, and will not continue in the day of thy affliction.
Right. You know, once he wished and one day you done, he didn't knew that you might catch a tantrum one day. And you know, cause you done threw the trash can down and just, I'm up to ya with it. And he done seen that and now he's like, oh no. You know what I'm saying? Now he don't never want you. You know. Like you get a friend proven. Go on.
And Salagi, if I could, one more. Or you get sick and now they gone. Y'all been good when you're healthy. Or you up, you know, y'all met, you know, you got that big settlement. You understand? You done bought this, that, and other. Now hard times it came. You understand? And now it ain't nothing.
She out in the wind. No, you broke. You know what I'm saying? Can't be with no broke nigga.
God.
Nigga done lost his job. Now that's a wrap.
God.
You know, now you can't tell her nothing. You know.
That's right. Verse 11. But in thy prosperity, he will be as thyself, and will be bold over thy servants. If thou be brought low, he will be against thee, and will hide himself from thy face.
And therefore go on a lot. Once you lose that job, once you can't afford to pay all her bills, that's it. And sometimes a lot of times you got brothers like that. Once the sister, you know, long as she could have worked, it was good. Now she probably done got pregnant and she can't go into a slave no more. Now, you know, she can't bring in money no more. And now it's like, forget her. Can't be like that. You know, but you need your help me. Give me Genesis 2:18. The book of Genesis chapter 2, verse 18. You can read it when you get it.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 2, verse 18. And the Lord thy God, Salakia, and the Lord God said, it is not good that a man should be alone. I will make him a helpmeet for him.
Right. You know, I'm see, brother, you cool, man. Get you a real that gonna help you. Get you a helpmeet. You don't want your real that gonna be in, you know, competition with you. She always trying to outdo you. You know, man, it's always about her. Anytime you say something concerning you, you know, it's all about you. You is what they call that word they say a lot. Man, it's a word they be throwing out a lot. They call it now. You is it probably come to me. But you know a lot, yeah. You're a narcissistic, something like
A
that.
narcissistic, a
Yeah,
narcissist.
yeah. Anytime like anything, if you tell your real something, they gonna benefit you. You're a narcissist because she don't know that a wife is a helpmeet. A wife who bring help to her husband.
Right.
You know, today they teach is man, they always about the queen. Your rib is a queen, and you always trying to do everything with for her. She called the shots,
You just a bee.
right?
Take care of the queen.
Whether you tell her something and tell her, you know what I'm saying, man, that would be good for you, or now all of a sudden you're a narcissist. You know, the Lord said He gonna give him a help me. Give me Tobit chapter 8, verse 6.
Come on. Tobit chapter 8, verse 6. Thou madest Adam and gavest him Eve, his wife, for a helper.
His wife for what?
For a helper.
For a helper. You know, like I remember when we first started teaching the classes online, like, I didn't have nothing but, then I look again, I'm getting the ISUPK sign. Now I got all kind of stuff in there, you know what I'm saying? Like, she gonna help what you into. Read.
Khan. And state, then came mankind. Thou hast said,
What page you on?
verse 40.
What
Page 40.
All right, go on.
Khan, thou hast said, it is not good that a man should be alone. Let us make unto him an aid like unto himself.
A aid like unto himself. A brother need to get you a wife that believes like you. Don't just look at because of her behind. You know what I'm saying? She pretty in the face, but she don't believe nothing like you. You know what I'm saying? Like Jeremiah Muhammad said. You know what I'm saying? You might not believe, agree on everything. The little small things, you know what I'm saying? Like me and one of my real. When it comes to my broccoli, I like mine kind of cooked, kind of soft. She like her broccoli a little hard, that small thing, you know what I'm saying? But she better make damn sure she know I can have more than one wife. Now you're gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? Get you a help that believe like you. A woman after your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like a certain thing she may like, I may not. Certain thing I may like, she may not. You know what I'm saying? You might have another real certain song y'all may like. That's minor thing. But you getting your real, and remember, that's in the truth. Out the truth, yeah, we're going to get her real. We come to the truth. She may not come. That's different. She needs whatever. But you in the truth looking for a real, get you an aid unto yourself. Somebody like-minded. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that she talking about, she don't agree with all that. Oh, that's the Old Testament. I don't follow that. Brother, that's letting you know, don't sleep with that sister. Don't sleep with that sister, man. That was it on that?
Khan.
All right, give me Ecclesiastes chapter 36, verse 24.
And Salaki, I'm gonna get out of here, man.
What's
Wake
with?
up. Yabba Shimi Achapakatam.
Yahweh Shema Shabbat Kata. Read.
Said 36:12. I don't want.
36 and verse 24.
Khan. Ecclesiastes.
Yeah, put that. Like the sister said, that's chaos. Got two different beliefs. Go on.
Khan. Ecclesiastes chapter 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife, we getteth a possession.
You get a wife, you get it a possession. Go on.
Kamakan. A help like unto himself.
A what?
A help like unto himself.
A help like unto himself. You know what I'm saying? This a sister that she know you in the work and she loves doing the work. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna put down the confusion. We know marriage is forever. So when brothers looking for a real, you have to know these scriptures. Or if not, you're gonna be in counsel every week. You know, that was it.
Allah.
Go on.
And a pillar of rest.
A pillar of what?
And a pillar of rest.
A pillar of rest. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have something when you're out there in the world, you know, you battling this, you're on your slavery, but then when you come home, she a pillar of rest. You know, you don't come home, now you gotta go to war again. You know, because you were just thinking of the outside. Marriage is important, you know what I'm saying? You can't just marry, giving in marriage, you know, sleep with this one, oh, she made me mad, get rid of her, go to her next one. We don't do that. That's like animals. All right, give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 24 to 26. Ecclesiasticus 7, 24 to 26.
Kamakan. Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 24. Has thou daughters, have a care of their body.
You know, you have a daughter, you know, teach her, you know what I'm saying? Don't let her just go out showing her body, wearing tight, you know what I'm saying? Her hygiene. Have a care after, go on.
Kamakan. And show not thyself cheerful toward them. Verse 25. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding.
You know, when you're giving away your daughter, you give it to a man of understanding. You teach her what she gonna need. You see what I'm saying? Because if not, you're gonna give it to a man who could throw her away for any time. You know, y'all gotta have that same mind. Give me Tobit 6, 10 to 12. Because you know, Christian teach, they'll teach you that you ain't married unless you have a paper. Unless you have a paper, you ain't married. And somebody even pulled this before, well, the next verse. But give me Tobit 6, 10 to 12, read that.
Kamakan. Tobit chapter 6, verse 10. The angel said to the young man, brother, today we shall lodge with Raguel, who is thy cousin. He also had one only daughter named Sarah. I will speak for her, that she may be given thee for a wife. Verse 11. For to thee do the right of her appearance life. For to thee do the right of her appertain.
Go.
Kamakan, seeing thou only art of her kindred.
Yeah, let them know, you know, because she gonna be having an inheritance, and she done try to marry, but she had a spirit and that will unalive the brother. So he is next in line to marry. And the angels letting them know. Go on.
Kamakan, verse 12. And the maid is fair and wise. Now therefore hear me, and I will speak to her father. And when we return from rages, we will celebrate the marriage. For I know that Raguel cannot marry her to another, according to the law of Moses, but he shall be guilty of death, because the right of inheritance doeth rather appertain to thee than to any other.
Yeah, because a sister is a scripture that say a virtuous woman bringing up in a possession to her husband, and this was the only daughter. You know what I'm saying? So she had to marry within that tribe, and now this one here, Tobit or Tobias, was next in line because of their inheritance. She couldn't marry nowhere according to the law of Moses. All right, those you on that? Give me go to chapter 7. We're gonna read 9 to 15. So she already have inheritance. That's when the father, like what they were Jacob and Rachel, Jacob and Laban, they made a deal. I'm gonna work 7 years for your daughter. That's what the marriage between the contract between the father and the husband. I know them purple cats, they teach, they'll read Tobit and think that means you need a paper from the government. When the contract always between the father and the husband. We even read earlier, what I'm saying, if you lay hold to a sister and not betrothed, you still have to give the father the 50 shekels of silver. The contract between the father and the husband. So don't let these purple cat food telling sister because they don't know the law. Well, I read that. And they make a sister think she ain't married unless she have a paper from the government and just making her into a whore. Read.
Tobit, chapter 7, verse 9. So he communicated the matter with Raguel. Raguel said to Tobias, eat and drink and make merry. Verse 10. For it is meet that thou shouldest marry my daughter. Nevertheless, I will declare unto thee the truth. Verse 11. I had given my daughter into marriage to 7 men.
And he didn't hide this from the brother. He let her know, I done gave her to marry to 7 men. Go
on. Who died that night. They came in unto her. Nevertheless, for the present be here, till we agree and swear one to another. Verse 12. Raguel said, then take her from his fort.
Where it say, nevertheless, for the present be married. But Tobit said, I will eat nothing.
Oh, shall I? Yeah. Started 11.
Yeah, from the
top. Verse 11. I have given my daughter in marriage to 7 men who died that night. They came in unto her.
So the night they came into her, they died.
Nevertheless, for the present be married. But Tobias said, I will eat nothing here till we agree and swear one to another.
And that's they're agreeing and swearing to another. That's the father and the husband to be. Go
on. Verse 12. Rael said, then take her from henceforth according to the manner, for thou art her cousin, and she is thine, and the merciful. God give you good success in all things. Verse 13. Then he called his daughter, Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, behold, take her after the law of Moses, and lead her away to thy father. And he blessed them. Verse 14. And he called Edna his wife, and took paper, and did write an instrument of covenants, and sealed it.
Now this what certain Christian Israelites are used this too to say, you see, or you got to have the paper. Not realizing this is between the husband and the husband and the father. This is not no paper from the courthouse, from the enemy, and then at this time I think it was in the Assyrian captivity. They didn't wait to the king of Assyria and got this paper. It's a paper between the father and the husband. You know what I'm saying? That's like my daughter got married. Her husband and me made a covenant of what's what and that's that. You know. So don't let, the fake Israelite trying to make a whore out of our sisters. A sister sleeping with her husband and tell her she not married because she don't have a paper from the government. And twist the scripture. It tell you after the manner of Moses, all through it. We just read, you give the rams, the 50 shekels to the father. It always been between the father and the husband. Read. Verse 15.
Khan. Verse 15. Then they began to eat.
And they began to eat. They had the ceremony. All right, give me Genesis 29. We're going to read 18 to 20. You're going to see where the contract always between the father, and the husband. You're going to work 7 years. I think Saul wanted 100 foreskin for David, but he was trying to get David unalive. Read.
Khan. Genesis chapter 29, verse 18. And Jacob loved Rachel and said, I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter. Verse 19. And
So see, they making Jacob saying, I'm going to serve these 7 years. That's a long time. Go
on. Verse 19. And Laban said, it is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me. Verse 20. And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her.
So, the covenant between the father and the husband. That's all through the scriptures. Now, let's keep going. We're going to read it on down because this is important. Showing that sex is marriage. These preachers fool our sisters, and now our sisters becoming whores. They sleep with this man, they have a baby with that man, and they still waiting for a husband. They knew that, so you had 5 husbands. And the one you have not, he's not your husband because she done cheated on him. She done went and stepped out on him. Sex is marriage. And you have to know that. Because without knowing that, you're going to be like a beast. Sister going to be talking about they independent, they single, and then every time enough is enough, they get hot, they just go sleep with some random man they work with or some man they met out of town. You can't be like that. It's time for Israel to come together, come back to our statutes and commandments. Read.
Verse 21. And Jacob said unto Laban, give me
Shalaki, that's good. Oh. Yeah, I read that last week. But you'll see where, even though he made the contract, for Rachel, they had the feast, but he wound up sleeping with Leah, and Leah was his wife. He had to work another 7 years for Rachel. All right, give me 1 Samuel 18, 20 to 27. As you're going with showing the contract, you write it on paper, you make a covenant. Look, you're gonna do this. You're gonna give me this for my daughter. You're gonna work 5 years. I need you to do this if you want my daughter. That's how it been. That's even why, even to these so-called weddings, and the reason why I say so-called, because you can have the wedding, but the day before the bride can sleep with the best man, but they're not married. You know what I'm saying? They ain't married, and she done slept with the best man. And the father, they be like, who give this woman away? And the father be, I do, or some say her mother and I. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that the father give them away, to the husband. That's why we read, if you entice a virgin that's not betrothed. and lie with her. You know, you should endow her to be your wife. So you have to pay that endowment. That's 1 Samuel 18:20-27.
Come on. 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 20. And Micah, Saul's daughter, loved David. And they told Saul, and the thing pleased him. Verse 21. And Saul said, I will give him her, that she may be a snare to him.
Yeah, Saul like, all right, she loved David, and Saul already was hating on David. So he like, I'm gonna give my daughter to him so she could be the snare. Because even though she's given to him, Saul was gonna be in the background controlling her, which is what a wicked father do. You know what I'm saying? Like, brother, once you give your daughter to this man, you don't be the whole time trying to make that sister be a snare to her husband. Always in her ear to make her go against her husband. Are you trying to tear up the marriage? Read.
Khan. And that the hand of the Philistines may be against him. Wherefore Saul said to David, Thou shalt this day be my son-in-law, the one of my twine. Verse 22. And Saul commanded his servants, saying, Commune with David secretly, and say, Behold, the king had delighted in thee, and all his servants loved thee. Now therefore be the king's son-in-law. Verse 23. And Saul's servants spake those words in the ears of David. And David said, Seem it to you a light thing to be a king's son-in-law.
Yeah, David, he was real, humble. He's spiritual. Some brother, what I'm saying, they just trying to get with, General, Commander General Highness. And like, I'm with but David like, man, this is the king dog. Like, I'm a poor man. Like he really looking at that serious. It's not that he just getting a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'm a bag up just for the show. Go on.
Khan, seeing that I am a poor man and lightly esteemed. Verse 24. And the servants of Saul told him, saying, On this manner spake David. Verse 25. And Saul said, Thus shall ye say to David, the king desired not any dowry.
So Saul let him know. Tell him, I don't desire dowry. I know you're a poor man, so you don't have to worry about that. Read.
Khan. But 100 foreskins of the Philistines to be avenged of the king's enemies. But Saul thought to make David fall by the hand of the Philistines.
So Saul really, David was a warrior, but Saul thinking, look, no money, but I want you to go, you're going to have to kill 100 Philistines to circumcise them and bring back their foreskins. But in Saul's mind, this was going to get David on the line. He was thinking evil of it. But Sean is our custom between the father and the husband. The contract is never between you, the wife, and the government. Matter of fact, the father not even in it today. It's just between the husband, the wife, and the government. You get a piece of paper, and the government don't want that. Really say you're married, or he could disannul the marriage, or when you go to divorce, you go to the government. That paper they giving you that you working so hard for, they give that to two men. That's fornication. That's unlawful sex. You read Leviticus 18. You shall not lay with mankind as with womankind. But this is where they get that from when they say, who giveth this woman away? And the father say, I do. A lot of girls, they be wanting their father to walk them down the aisle. You know, if their father not alive, they'll try to get their older brother or something. You know, because it's our custom. You know, the man, the father that he gone, the older brother take his spot. But the way they do it today is all wrong and confused. Fathers be up there lying, talking about I give her away. When the girl been sneaking out the window since 12 years old, she been giving herself away. You know, read.
Comic-Con, verse 26. And when his servants told David these words, it pleased David well to be the king's son-in-law, and the days were not expired. Verse 27. Wherefore David arose and went, he and his men, and slew of the Philistines 200 men. And David brought their foreskins, and they gave them in full tale to the king.
Right. So that was it on there.
Comic-Con, that he might be the king's son-in-law. And Saul gave him Michal his daughter to wife.
Right. But you see how David and Saul made the covenant with the foreskins. That's all in Tobit when they talking about took paper after the matter of Moses. That's the father and the husband working out the diary. That's all there is. Sister, if you with your lawyer in the school, you married. Don't let your parent tell you ain't married. You know, that's not in the courthouse. You ain't legally married. Sometimes I say that a lot too. Dads are married. I tell them I'm lawfully married. And then I'll be like, not legally. You know, and I break it down. And a lot of time it be a time to, you know, let our people know sex is married. And it like make them confused when I say lawfully married, not legally married. Legally American system, but lawfully under the Most High. I slept with this sister, this my wife. You know, that we have to teach our people that. You know, we have to teach our daughters that, our sons that. Sex is marriage. Give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 7, verse 26. Did we read that already? No, I don't think so. Ecclesiasticus 7. Yeah, we did. Yeah, you know, get a woman after thy mind. So when you're choosing a wife, get somebody that believes like you. You know what I'm saying? Give me Ecclesiasticus 26 and 23. A wicked woman is the portion of a wicked man. You know, whenever you ain't getting a sister according to the laws of the Most High, you really being wicked. And a lot of times you're going to pick the wrong one. You know, you're going to get a sister because her behind was big. You know, you're going to get a sister because her face looked pretty. Her breast is just right for you. You know, it's more than that. Go on.
Come. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feared the Lord.
Right. You have to fear the Most High. You know. Hey, we read that. You know, don't give yourself over to a light woman. A woman, anybody could come tell them, no, you ain't married. Oh, God, you crazy. I wouldn't put her with that. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, she looking at you crazy, and now she bringing you chaos. Brothers, please don't make whores out of our sisters. Get your sister according to the law. And sister, just know, give me Genesis 3:16. Because that's another thing. You know, a lot of time, sisters today, they get married to a man tell them something, and they'll tell them quick, you ain't my dad. You don't tell me what to do. So sister, make sure you get a man you can listen to. You know what I'm saying? Don't just get any man because he look good, but now you can't listen to nothing he say. Read that.
Khan. Genesis chapter 3, verse 16. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. In sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
To who?
To thy husband.
To your father.
To thy husband.
To your friend.
To thy husband.
To your employer.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
The desire gonna be to your husband. Read.
Khan. And he shall rule over thee.
And he shall rule over thee. So sister, just know when you get with that man supposed to rule over you. So don't give yourself to any man. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things that we have to know, we came up not knowing these things. Because that's what just says, you know. When you're ready, then you go get a paper and now you say you're married. Give me Proverbs 12 and 4. Proverbs 12 and 4. After this, I read one more. This should be it. Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 4.
Khan. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
Is a what?
Is a crown to her husband.
Is a, I shared that post. I think it was Officer Nakawan's daughter. She posted that. She said, be a crown, don't be his do-rag. That was crazy. Yeah, but read that again.
Khan. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 4. A virtuous woman is a crown to her husband.
You know, you're a crown to your husband. You know, a virtuous woman, you're going to make your man look good. You know, a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband. Be that pit of a wreck. That was it?
Loud, sir.
Keep going.
Khan. But she that make it ashamed is a rottenness in his bones.
You rotten that man bone. You rotten to the bone. You know, you look good on the outside, but your inside, your mind, that man can never tell you nothing. You know, brothers be miserable, some of them, because they were just getting a sister because of how she looked. And now this woman is rotten to his bone. All right, give me Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, and we're going to read 13 and 14. 26, 13 to 14.
Khan. Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 13. The grace of a wife, the lighter her husband.
The grace of a wife, the lighter her husband. Go on.
Khan. And her discretion will fatten his bones.
You know, this woman is very discreet. You know, she not one that, you know, that loves to go around showing off her body. She loves the attention of other men. And brother just got her. I'm not jealous. You know what I'm saying? And Rib always, she always in the comments in the faces of men, you know, like Jeremiah Muhammad said, showing the front butt. All you see is that M. You know what I'm saying? She loves to show her body on, you know. Be discreet. Read.
Khan, verse 14. A silent and loving woman.
A what?
A silent and loving woman.
Brother, get you a woman that's silent and loving. Don't get a woman that always want to debate you. Anything you say is a debate. Anything you say, it'll be doing. Oh man, what about you? It just get you a silent and loving woman. How you gonna know that? You have to prove a friend. You know, you have to prove a friend. You know, get a woman that gonna follow you. Now a woman, every time you tell her something, it's like y'all both put in different directions. You know, she a woman that You know, she don't know that once she give her body, you rule over her. She give her body, y'all married, not the whole marriage. Now you trying to win her for her to listen to you. You know what I'm saying? She ain't gonna listen to you until she feel a certain way. But she done gave you her body. You know, that's a light woman. That's a woman that go lay with a man, but now in her mind, she laid with the wrong man. So she trying to run you off or trying to mold you into what she want. You know. And sister, that's why it behoove you to wait, to listen. You know, to do it according to the scripture. Follow the rules of One West, ISUPK. Because you don't want to just get a brother and now your whole marriage, you trying to maintain them, trying to shape them to the man you want them to be. It ain't gonna work. It's gonna always be a fuss. Chaos. Keep going. That was it on it?
Blah.
Read.
Come. And there is nothing so much work as a mind well instructed.
Right. Get you a wife with a mind that's well instructed. You know what I'm saying? And with that, that'll be the end of the class. You know, thank y'all for standing up with us. We're gonna read the announcement. Super good boy, y'all to read the
Come. We are the ISUPK. Shout out to 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother and the sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry, ties, which is a commandment. Numbers 18, verse 21. Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10 means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to treasury department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the Feast of Purim on the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. Thursday, the 13th of March, and Friday, the 14th of March. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, handband, and scarf. And with that, we'll give one courtesy salute to the teacher. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatah. Yahweh Sorry. Face the sister. We'll get one courtesy salute to the sister. Amajim Shabbat, Amajim Barak, Yahweh Shabbat, done by Hashem, Yahweh Yahweh class dismissed.
Don't forget to pay your time, like, share, and subscribe. Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala.